I realized that between all the work that I'm excited by and I'm doing, there is an underlying idea. And weirdly, although I'm not a director, this pattern's not so much visual. Rather, this underlying connection is the notion of storytelling, is the sense of a story, a sense of an underlying narrative. So this talk is about the power of storytelling within visual communication. And to illustrate my point, I will use examples from my own work. I'll use 7 projects, although I said in the description there will be 6 projects. I'm going to use 7 projects, and I'm going to use some references as well from the public domain and the internet so as to contextualize those points. And then suddenly lots of people were interested about this project back then, and Vogue did an article about it, and then people started to kind of inquiring, how can we buy the images and all that, and we didn't really, we hadn't thought about that. So we made a book about it, which sold out. It was 100 copies only, but sold out. That was a joke. But we're preparing this interview.
Okay.
So...
And what are you hoping to get out of this interview?
That's a very good question. But that's part of it. And I guess another thing is that I don't really reference other pieces of graphic design. And so the menu, the logo becomes the menu, the logo becomes everything. And hopefully these rebrand kind of showcases their authority on the subject and the prestige, and it makes them a bit more accessible instead of them being academic weirdos. And μπορεί να είναι στη Θεσσαλονίκη, μπορεί να είναι στη Λαμία, στη Λάρισα, και παράλληλα κάτω στο contact, στο website λένε και New York ή Los Angeles, υπονοώντας με ότι έχουν γραφεία εκεί. Και μπορεί και να έχουν, αλλά συνήθως έχουν κάποιον δεν έχουν καμία σχέση με κανένα ακραίο μέρος. In conclusion, often people come to me and they say, how on earth are you able to manage 4 different offices, 2 of them being in Europe and the other 2 being among the stars? And most of the times I run away because I don't know if they're, kind of joking and poking fun or if they're fucking crazy. So whenever I do stay around and answer the question, I say this. Getting to our Jupiter and Mars offices is not the hard part. It's actually quite fast and easy. You just have to close your eyes and imagine it. You then open your eyes and you're back. So thank you very much. Yo, who the fuck is Marlon Tate? Well, Marlon Tate's an advertising agency with offices in Athens, London, Jupiter and Mars. No, we're not. Don't let us fool you. That's part of the narrative, part of the fictionalization of our brand, of our agency. But then again, you all know that. So, who the fuck is Marlon Tate? Well, as most of you will know by now, we're an art agency. We're a small, very prolific creative agency, and our name doesn't really mean anything. It's fiction. It's made up of Marlon Brando's first name and Sharon Tate. These series have been labeled by many of my friends and colleagues as being "I fucked by bullshit." Through this series, it's something really new, really. We haven't really done anything like that before. But this is us trying to make it really easy for you to understand who we are as an agency, what kind of work are we doing, what kind of clients we're working with, and to show you how the fuck this thing works. Unless you hate our name, unless you hate me, unless you hate the art industry or you hate social media, if you're in that type of thing, you're probably gonna hate all this. But if you do want to know what we're doing on a daily basis, who we are, what kind of work we're doing, stay fucking tuned, because you're just about to be eye fucked by bullshit. We're exploring the ins and outs of the agency, showing backstage kind of preparation.
Εδώ τι είχαμε, εμείς ένα λόξιγκα του χρώμα, την απόχρωση που το βρήκαμε σε...
We're showing many of the people we're working with. You're gonna see me and the team in action. See lots of discussions and heated debate with clients and colleagues.
Okay, ωραία. Μπορούμε να βάλουμε... Αυτό δεν το ξέρω,
But also see some massive successes, I suppose. You're also going to see our work, our projects. So stay fucking tuned and you're going to find out who the fuck Marlon Tate is. Did you get all that? Nice. See you next week. Visual identity or brand identity of an organization is the visual manifestation of its personality. Our job as art directors is to come up with a fascinating way to kind of express that and conceive that. You know, there's a business vision and the vision of the person who kind of had the idea to create this project, but that doesn't mean that that's a personality that can be marketed or that's marketable. I guess you're going to have to create a narrative and an idea based on which the visual identity will be created and projected to the audiences and to the markets. That's what people will engage with and kind of interact with.